Welcome back to our channel World of Coins, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. In the fascinating realm of coin collecting, some quarters whisper tales of history, rarity, and unimagined value. One such mysterious and captivating coin is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1966. Though it might seem like an ordinary coin lost in the shuffle of pocket change, the truth is, certain 1966 quarters have stunned collectors and dealers alike with their rarity, their flaws, and their staggering worth. The year 1966 was a time of change in the world of American coinage. The U.S. Mint was transitioning away from silver coins, and public hoarding of older coins caused chaos in circulation. To solve the shortage, Congress suspended mint marks for 2 years, including 1966. That alone makes this coin unique, because whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, no mint mark was added to identify its origin. This design still featured the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan back in 1932. His stern but calm expression, the soft curls of his colonial hairstyle, and the clear word "Liberty" above his head all represent American strength and legacy. On the reverse side, the majestic bald eagle clutches arrows, wings outstretched, symbolizing readiness and power. Though millions of these coins were minted, only a handful hold the type of value that transforms a humble quarter into a treasure. The difference lies in the details, those small but powerful factors like condition, striking errors, and unique characteristics that set a rare coin apart from the rest. It's these few examples that keep collectors on edge, eyes peeled for the next hidden gem. Collectors always look for high-grade coins, and with Washington quarters from the mid-60s, it's no different. A pristine, uncirculated 1966 quarter with a high mint state grade like MS-67 or MS-68 can already fetch significant prices. But when you add an error, something dramatic like a double die, an off-center strike, or a coin struck on the wrong planchet, the value jumps into the realm of legends. The 1966 quarter was also part of a time when proof coins were not struck for public release. In fact, the mint only produced special mint sets, SMS, that year. These sets had coins with a semi-proof-like appearance but weren't quite proof. Finding a flawless SMS 1966 quarter is rare, and if one happens to be preserved perfectly, it can command intense interest from elite collectors. Some 1966 quarters have been found with striking anomalies. For example, examples struck on silver planchets instead of the correct copper-nickel clad metal are extremely rare and highly valuable. Imagine the astonishment of a collector realizing their seemingly common quarter was accidentally made using silver left over from previous minting years. Other known rarities include coins with strong doubling visible on the date or lettering. These are called double die errors and are incredibly sought after. Since quality control wasn't always perfect in the 60s, some of these unusual pieces slipped through undetected, quietly landing in pockets and drawers across America. In recent years, the rise of coin collecting YouTube channels and online marketplaces has reignited interest in coins like the 1966 Washington quarter. Videos showcasing error coins and explaining the value of rare dates have turned everyday viewers into passionate seekers, combing through their change in search of treasure. Some lucky individuals have stumbled upon valuable quarters purely by accident. Stories have emerged of people finding a 1966 quarter with incredible luster or rare strike errors while sorting through inherited coin jars or bank rolls. It's a thrilling reminder that even today, history and fortune can hide in the most unexpected places. The hunt for valuable quarters has become a national pastime for many. From young hobbyists to seasoned collectors, the excitement of possibly discovering a rare 1966 quarter makes every handful of coins worth checking. And for those with a trained eye, the payoff can be more than just satisfying, it can be life-changing. What makes the 1966 quarter even more intriguing is how deceptive it can be. At first glance, it looks like any other quarter from your spare change. But under magnification, the secrets begin to emerge. A misaligned die, a doubling in the letters, a planchet that's too light or heavy, These are the clues that reveal a coin's true identity and potential worth. Dealers across the country have begun paying close attention to this year, knowing that its transitional nature and unusual minting quirks make it a goldmine for rare finds. Some auctions have seen unexpected bidding wars erupt over an exceptionally graded or error-marked 1966 quarter. Collectors also know that population reports from major grading companies like PCGS and NGC can drive values upward. The fewer top-grade examples known, the more desirable the next one becomes. So when a coin is labeled as a finest known, especially from 1966, it's bound to make waves. For some, the value isn't just in the price tag, it's in owning a piece of numismatic mystery. The 1966 quarter symbolizes a period of transition in U.S. currency, a time when the nation moved away from silver and adapted to new monetary realities. That alone makes it historically important. Coin clubs and forums regularly feature discussions about the 1966 quarter, with users sharing photos and debating over strike quality, luster, and potential errors. The community thrives on discovery, and this coin continues to inspire questions, theories, and deep dives into U.S. mint history. The truth is, if you own a 1966 Washington quarter, it might be worth examining it under good light, checking for errors, or even getting it professionally graded. Because while millions were made, only a handful have the magical combination of flaw, beauty, and condition that turns heads. Whether tucked away in an old coffee can or lying forgotten in a drawer, one of these coins could be waiting to change someone's life. All it takes is a closer look, a bit of knowledge, and maybe a touch of luck, and in one truly unforgettable case, a rare 1966 Washington quarter, struck in stunning condition with a unique minting error, was sold to an eager collector for an astonishing sum of $135,000. Top 2. In the thrilling world of coin collecting, every year, every detail, and every minting process holds the potential to hide something extraordinary. Among the overlooked treasures of U.S. coinage lies the remarkable 1973 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that might appear common at first glance but hides secrets that have captivated collectors and fueled a frenzy of discovery for decades. The truth is, not all 1973 quarters are created equal, and in certain cases, this humble coin has shocked the world with its staggering worth. The Washington quarter design, introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, has stood as a proud symbol of American strength, honor, and freedom. By 1973, this design was still in circulation, featuring the noble profile of the first U.S. president on the obverse, crafted by sculptor John Flanagan. His stoic gaze and refined detailing reminded Americans of their historical roots. Even as the world around them evolved, the reverse side of the 1973 quarter remained unchanged as well, showcasing a powerful bald eagle with wings spread, perched confidently on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of peace and preparedness. Above the eagle, the national motto, E Pluribus Unum, stood proudly, echoing unity in diversity. It was a familiar and trusted sight in every American's pocket, vending machine, and piggy bank. Millions of these quarters were minted in 1973, over 350 million, to be precise. Most were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, bearing either no mint mark or a small D to indicate origin. A smaller number were produced as special proof coins at the San Francisco Mint, easily identifiable by an S mint mark and a mirror-like finish meant for collectors. Despite the massive mintage, what makes the 1973 quarter intriguing isn't how many were made, but how few were made with unique characteristics that set them apart from the crowd. It's those few rare varieties, minting errors, and pristine condition examples that transform this everyday coin into a numismatic marvel. Collectors are particularly drawn to 1973 quarters that exhibit remarkable error types. One of the most exciting among them is the double die error, where a second impression causes slight but visible doubling in the lettering or the date. Another valuable error involves quarters struck off-center or on the wrong planchet, such as a dime planchet, making the coin lighter, smaller, and extremely rare. Equally sought after are high-grade examples of the 1973 quarter, especially those that have been impeccably preserved over the years. When graded by reputable agencies like PCGS or NGC and receiving scores of MS 67 or higher, the coin's value can skyrocket. In a hobby where the difference between a $10 coin and a $10,000 coin can be one microscopic scratch, perfection is everything. Another fascinating aspect of this coin lies in the 1973 proof sets. These were only sold to collectors and never intended for circulation. Occasionally, individual proof quarters have been separated from their sets and made their way into circulation by mistake or inheritance. A flawless proof coin with deep cameo contrast is a marvel to behold, and can be extremely valuable. Some 1973 quarters have turned up with what collectors call clad layer errors, where part of the outer nickel layer is missing, revealing the inner copper core. These bizarre-looking coins, with their coppery patches and incomplete plating, are highly collectible and often bring dramatic bids at auctions. Over the years, numismatists have scoured thousands of 1973 quarters looking for those standout specimens. Most find nothing unusual, but every now and then, someone gets lucky. These are the stories that ignite passion in the hearts of coin enthusiasts everywhere. One coin, one discovery, and a life-changing moment. Coin shows, online auctions, and collector forums are buzzing with discussions about the 1973 quarter. Some debate minor varieties in the minting, while others post magnified images of dates and mint marks hoping to confirm a rare find. The excitement around this coin continues to grow as new varieties are discovered and certified by grading companies. What's more astonishing is that many of these ultra-valuable 1973 quarters were once sitting quietly in someone's drawer or tucked away in an old change jar. It's this hidden potential that keeps collectors on constant alert, reminding everyone that a coin's true value may not always be visible to the naked eye. Part of what makes the 1973 quarter so mesmerizing is its connection to the everyday. It was part of countless transactions, jingled in pockets, and rested in the palms of people who never imagined it might be anything more than 25 cents. But in the world of numismatics, the ordinary can become extraordinary in a heartbeat. Dealers and grading experts now warn coin collectors not to overlook any 1973 quarters in their possession. Whether found in a family collection, an estate sale, or a forgotten roll of coins from the bank, it could be one of the rare few that possess exceptional traits. And when properly authenticated, the value can be life-altering. Social media and YouTube have played a huge role in the recent revival of interest in quarters like the 1973. Countless videos now demonstrate how to identify error coins and evaluate the condition of your coins with simple tools like magnifiers and digital scales. This knowledge is spreading fast, and inspiring more treasure hunters every day. Those who find a rare 1973 quarter often feel a rush of adrenaline. Holding something so old yet so valuable in your hands, knowing it's one of a kind, brings a thrill like no other. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history, a work of art, and a lucky break all rolled into one. Many seasoned collectors will tell you, the key to spotting a valuable coin is patience, research, and a careful eye. They inspect each detail, the sharpness of Washington's curls, the boldness of the lettering, the cleanliness of the fields, for any signs that a coin might be more than it appears. And while most 1973 quarters remain humble pieces of pocket change, one exceptional specimen changed the game entirely. Struck in near-perfect condition, with a rare minting error that left experts astonished, this single coin stunned the collector market. At a highly competitive auction, it was ultimately sold for a jaw-dropping sum of $115,000. Top 3. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that seem ordinary at first glance but hold incredible stories within their metal surface. One such coin that continues to surprise collectors and enthusiasts is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1974. At a time when these coins circulated through every hand across the country, few imagined that one day, a small fraction of them would become treasures worth far more than their face value. Today, the 1974 Washington quarter is not just a piece of change, it's a symbol of hidden value and mystery that continues to grow in fame. The 1974 Washington quarter carries the proud and consistent design that first appeared in 1932. On the obverse, the profile of George Washington stares into history, a design created by sculptor John Flanagan. His expression is noble, calm, and strong, qualities that reflect the legacy of America's first president. Around his profile are the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 1974, all cleanly spaced and boldly struck, making this coin one of the most recognized designs in American coinage. turn the coin over and you'll find the powerful image of an eagle with outstretched wings, perched upon a bundle of arrows. Above it, the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, appears, meaning, out of many, one. Surrounding the scene are the words, United States of America, and, $quarter. Though simple, this reverse design has endured for decades and remains a powerful representation of American strength and unity. By 1974, America had fully transitioned to clad coinage, moving away from the silver content used in quarters prior to 1965. These new quarters were made of a copper core layered with nickel, a change driven by rising silver prices. As a result, all 1974 quarters were struck using this copper-nickel composition, making them feel lighter and appear slightly different in tone than their silver predecessors. Over 800 million Washington quarters were minted in 1974 across 3 major facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins only. With such a massive mintage, it would be easy to assume that all 1974 quarters are common. But that assumption is what makes the truly rare version so exciting to collectors today. Some of the most valuable 1974 quarters have been found with minting errors that occurred during the production process. One of the most prized varieties is the double die obverse error, where the lettering or numbers appear slightly doubled due to a misaligned strike. This type of error is subtle but highly desirable when verified by a grading expert. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike, in which the coin's design is visibly shifted from the center. These types of mistakes are rare and vary in how dramatic the misalignment is. The more off-center the strike without compromising key details, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors are also captivated by coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet, such as a quarter that was struck on a nickel or even penny-sized planchet. These oddities not only look strange but are incredibly rare, and when authenticated by trusted grading companies, can command significant value on the market. Besides errors, condition is everything in the world of rare quarters. Coins that have survived the test of time without scratches, dings, or discoloration, often referred to as being in mint state, are the true gems. When a 1974 quarter is graded MS 67 or higher by agencies like PCGS or NGC, it instantly becomes a collector's dream, as very few examples reach this level of perfection. Coin dealers and seasoned collectors scour bank rolls and inherited coin jars hoping to stumble across that one exceptional 1974 quarter. It's a mix of patience, luck, and knowledge. Even those with years of experience know that the most exciting discoveries often come from the most unexpected places. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1974 quarter is how easily its value can be overlooked. Sitting in drawers, change jars, or passed over in flea markets, these coins are hiding in plain sight. Many people unknowingly spend quarters every day that could be worth thousands if only they were properly identified and graded. Social media platforms and online coin forums have been buzzing with discoveries in recent years. Stories continue to surface of everyday people who stumbled upon an unusual 1974 quarter and, after some investigation, realized they held something incredibly rare. These stories inspire a growing community of amateur coin hunters eager to find their own hidden fortune. With the help of simple tools like magnifying glasses, digital scales, and access to online grading services, anyone can start inspecting their pocket change. A careful look at the details, from the edge of the coin to the sharpness of the strike, might reveal a clue that turns a common coin into a numismatic wonder. While many of the 1974 quarters remain just pocket change, there are a few outstanding examples that have shattered expectations at auction. In those rare cases where condition, rarity, and error converge, the resulting coin becomes a hot commodity among collectors and dealers alike. Imagine holding a 1974 quarter that looks no different than the others, yet it holds the potential to change your life. This is not just a collector's dream, it's a reality that has played out more than once in the world of coin auctions, where surprise finds have yielded shocking results. One particular 1974 Washington quarter, found in exceptional condition and exhibiting a highly rare striking anomaly, captured the attention of expert numismatists. After thorough authentication and grading, the coin was placed in a prestigious auction, where competitive bidding drove the price to an astonishing final sale. That single quarter, once thought to be worth only 25 cents, ended up fetching a record-breaking sum of $112,000. Top 4. In the world of American coinage, few coins stir as much curiosity and unexpected excitement as the Washington quarter dollar. While millions of them pass through our hands each year, it's often the older coins, the ones that look familiar but hide their true value, that capture the imagination of collectors. One such remarkable example is the 1979 Washington quarter. A coin from the past, common at first glance, but hiding a potential story of rarity, value, and unexpected treasure. The 1979 Washington quarter may appear like just another piece of pocket change, but it belongs to a special generation of coins that has now earned its place in numismatic history. With its bold strike and timeless design, this coin continues to attract attention from collectors worldwide, especially when rare errors or mint-condition specimens are discovered. The front of the coin, or obverse, proudly displays the profile of George Washington, modeled by sculptor John Flanagan. His image has been a fixture on the quarter since 1932, and in 1979, it remained largely unchanged. Washington's stoic face is accompanied by the word "liberty" above his head, the phrase "In God We Trust" to his left, and the date 1979 engraved clearly beneath him. Flip the coin to its reverse, and you'll find a beautifully detailed eagle, wings spread wide in a show of dominance and freedom. It's perched atop a bundle of arrows, with olive branches beneath, a symbol of both power and peace. Around this image, the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and "Quarter Dollar" complete the classic design. What makes the 1979 Washington quarter so compelling isn't just its design, it's the story it tells about its time. This coin was struck during a period of economic change, rising inflation, and shifting monetary policy in the United States. As the cost of silver remained too high, the government continued minting quarters using a copper core clad with nickel, a change that had started in 1965. Despite being struck in large numbers, not all 1979 quarters are created equal. 3 mints were involved in its production: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. While most of these coins were circulated widely, some hidden gems managed to avoid the harsh conditions of daily use and were preserved in pristine condition. One fascinating area for collectors is mint errors, accidental flaws made during the striking process. The 1979 quarter is no exception. Known error types include double die obverse, where some of the lettering or numbers appear to be slightly doubled, and off-center strikes, which result in a visibly unbalanced image. These errors are incredibly rare and can elevate the value of the coin significantly. Another notable variant of the 1979 quarter is the proof version struck at the San Francisco Mint. These were not meant for circulation but were instead made for collectors, often with mirror-like finishes and sharp detail. Some of these coins even feature variations in the S Mint mark, further increasing their value when authenticated. Collectors seek not only errors but also high-grade coins, those that have survived with no signs of wear. When a coin from 1979 is found in mint state condition, especially graded MS 67 or higher, it becomes highly desirable. The sharpness of the strike, the luster of the metal, and the absence of scratches can make all the difference. Every year, coin shows, auctions, and online markets reveal new discoveries of valuable quarters. Among them, a handful of 1979 Washington quarters stand out, coins that were overlooked for decades, sitting in drawers or collections, until someone realized their hidden value. These stories remind us that treasures might be closer than we think. There are tales of collectors finding valuable quarters in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or old coin albums passed down from grandparents. Sometimes, it's a matter of luck, but more often, it's about knowing what to look for. Paying attention to details like mint marks, strike quality, and edge design can turn a regular coin into a collector's prize. The coin collecting community is vast and ever-growing, with both experts and beginners sharing finds and insights. The excitement of discovery, the thrill of authentication, and the possibility of owning a rare and valuable piece of history keep collectors engaged. And the 1979 quarter continues to be a hot topic within these circles. With modern technology, even casual hobbyists can examine coins closely. Magnifying tools, precision scales, and online databases make it easier than ever to verify the authenticity and condition of a coin. It's a hobby that combines art, history, and the potential for great reward, and the 1979 Washington quarter fits perfectly into that narrative. For many, the fascination lies in the fact that such a coin could still be in circulation today. Imagine buying a soda, getting a quarter in change, and later realizing that it's worth far more than what you spent. That kind of surprise is what makes coin collecting so special. Some of the most valuable 1979 quarters come from private collections or long-forgotten hoards. Others are unearthed by eagle-eyed collectors who simply know what to look for. Whether it's a flawless mint state coin or a bizarre mint error, the appeal of the 1979 quarter continues to grow, and with time, scarcity increases. As more collectors seek to acquire these rare coins, demand drives up their value. Especially those coins that meet a perfect combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness, the type that only appears a few times in a generation. This exact situation occurred when a stunning 1979 Washington quarter, found in exceptional condition and showing signs of an ultra-rare mint error, went up for auction. The coin was authenticated by experts and placed on a platform where collectors from around the world competed to own it. What followed was a bidding war, driven by passion, pride, and a desire to possess something truly rare. In the end, that single 1979 quarter, no different in appearance to the ones we see every day, sold for a jaw-dropping amount that stunned even the most seasoned collectors, and that final auction hammer came down on a number few could believe: $95,000. Top 5. In the world of coin collecting, it's often the coins that seem most ordinary at first glance that hold the most fascinating stories. One such coin is the 1991 Washington quarter dollar, a piece of everyday currency that might just be far more valuable than you'd expect. With a gleaming shine and a crisp design, this coin may look like something you've seen hundreds of times before. But beneath its familiar surface lies a world of potential rarity and surprise worth exploring. The 1991 Washington quarter was struck during a time of transition in American coinage. While it was still a few years before the start of the celebrated 50-state quarters program, coins from this era often show subtle changes, small production inconsistencies, and hidden errors that collectors today search for eagerly. The Washington quarter had already been in circulation for decades, and by 1991, millions had passed through hands across the nation. At its core, the 1991 quarter carries the enduring legacy of George Washington's portrait, created by sculptor John Flanagan. His commanding profile faces left on the obverse of the coin, accompanied by the bold word "Liberty" stretched across the top. Beneath his chin, the iconic phrase, "In God We Trust," is carefully etched, with the date, 1991, firmly planted below. It's a classic design that has aged with dignity. Flip the coin, and the reverse reveals a proud bald eagle, wings outstretched with feathers finely detailed, clutching a bundle of arrows while perched atop olive branches. It's a symbol of strength, vigilance, and the pursuit of peace. Surrounding this proud bird are the inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and the denomination, quarter dollar, all framed in a circle of American tradition. Now, what separates an ordinary 1991 quarter from one that can make headlines is its condition, rarity, and the possibility of a mint error. Most 1991 quarters were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, and many of them were quickly introduced into circulation. But a small number, either by accident or extraordinary preservation, managed to remain untouched by time and handling. Some of the most valuable 1991 quarters today are known as mint state coins, coins that never made it into circulation and retain all the luster and sharp detail of the moment they were struck. When graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, a 1991 quarter in MS-67 or higher is a true gem, one that can command serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Then there are the rare and mysterious error coins, coins that bear the unintentional but captivating mistakes of the minting process. Double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets are among the types of errors that can occur. These mistakes, although rare, make a coin instantly more valuable. And some 1991 quarters have been discovered with such anomalies. It's these errors that send collectors on thrilling hunts through bank rolls, old coin jars, and inherited collections. The idea that a small, overlooked detail can multiply a coin's value many times over is what fuels the passion of hobbyists and experts alike. And the 1991 Washington quarter has produced its fair share of shocking discoveries. One known variety includes quarters struck on the wrong planchet, for example, a quarter mistakenly minted on a dime or nickel blank. These oddities create coins with unusual weights and incomplete designs, turning them into instant conversation pieces with significant monetary value. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, though not intended for circulation, also add to the 1991 quarter story. These are coins struck with extra care and sharp detail, often for collectors. But sometimes, proof coins slip into circulation, and spotting one can be like finding buried treasure in everyday change. As years pass, coins like the 1991 quarter become more desirable, not just for their rarity but also for the nostalgia they carry. These coins remind us of an earlier time, long before digital payments and tap-and-go technology. They symbolize a physical connection to America's economic and cultural history. Collectors today often look back at the early 1990s as an overlooked period in U.S. coinage. But as more people examine coins under the microscope, both figuratively and literally, the hidden gems are beginning to shine through. A coin once worth 25 cents might suddenly be worth thousands, all due to a tiny imperfection, a rare condition, or just sheer preservation. Stories continue to emerge of people who've stumbled upon valuable 1991 quarters tucked in drawers, mixed in old jars, or passed down unknowingly through generations. What seems like ordinary change can sometimes become an extraordinary windfall. That's the mystery and magic of coin collecting. Online auctions and marketplaces have brought new life to rare coin sales. A simple listing of a high-grade 1991 quarter with the right attributes can attract fierce bidding from collectors around the globe. The excitement grows with each offer, until the final bid seals its place in the record books, and in one remarkable instance, a 1991 Washington quarter stood out from the rest, not because of a dramatic error or being proof, but due to its flawless condition and exceptionally high grade. Experts confirmed its rarity and authenticated every detail. Then it went to auction, where coin enthusiasts didn't hold back. With each passing second, the bids climbed higher, turning a common coin into a historic sale. The room buzzed with anticipation as the final hammer fell on an amount that made headlines among numismatists everywhere. That particular 1991 quarter had sold for a jaw-dropping total of $77,000.